video. Today, as you guys can see, we're back with a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck profile. If you watch my last deck profile, you'll know that this is one I'm pretty excited about. I was waiting for some of the cards to come in the mail, and they finally did, so I was waiting for all of the cards to make the profile, and I actually just played this deck at a regional this weekend. Maybe it was last weekend. Yeah, I think it was last weekend. Kind of crazy. But anyway, I did not do that well, but I don't believe it was the deck's fault. I think it's just because I'm bad and not a good player. A lot of my losses were preventable if I just make the right play, so I don't feel like my performance is a reason not to show off the deck, and I mean, to be honest, it's mostly just an ASMR video anyway. Just kind of gives me a reason to whisper and, yap about something, and hopefully someone is a little bit relaxed. So I'll go ahead and stop yapping about me, and we'll go ahead and get started. So, of course, as you can see, 2 Blue Eyes White Dragon. I'm pretty sure this is pretty standard at this point. I don't see hardly anyone playing 1, and I don't see anybody playing 3. 2 feels good. Then of course, 3 Sage. This is one of the best starters, if not the best, for the pure Blue Eyes half of the deck. It just gets you into Maiden, gets you into your plays. You want to see this card, so you gotta max out on it. Then of course, 3 Maiden of White. This card is very, very good. It's one of the new ones that came out in the structure. Just places True Light, gets you into your plays. Incredible card. Then I am playing 3 Wishes. Another one of the new cards. I've seen a lot of people playing 2. And honestly, I don't know if that's correct or not. I kind of lean towards being consistent. I'm playing exactly 40 cards in this list, and I just feel like you want to see this card. If this card resolves, you're in a really, really good spot. But I'm not opposed to playing it at 2 because you can set it off of True Light. So, I mean, honestly, I could go either way on this. I just have to play more and do more testing. Then we play 1 Roar, 1 Mausoleum, 1 Majesty, and 1 True Light. So, I've seen a couple people playing 2 Roar. I don't think that's correct at all. You can search it when you need it with True Light or Wishes, but you don't really want to open it. So, if you do, it's not the end of the world. It can be another extender. But, I mean, you would rather open other cards. Mausoleum, same thing. It's not the end of the world if you open it, but it's not ideal either. This card is glued to my hand. I can never get rid of this card. But, like I said, not the end of the world. Same with Majesty. It's good. I wouldn't play more than 1. And, like, if you open it, it's not the end of the world. You can just set it and use it unless you're going second. Sometimes I will side this out going second. It depends on the matchup. And then True Light. This is like the biggest brick. This card absolutely sucks to draw. It's kind of in the same vein as Blue Eyes. But I did make some choices in the deck to try to minimize this being a full brick. But yeah, that is it for the Blue Eyes portion of the deck. Now we'll move into the good part of the deck. 3 barrel. 3 load. These are your Primite starters. These cards, I did not lose a single game that the Primite engine resolved. Then of course, to go with those, I am playing 3 Drill Beam. For the longest time, I was not a 3 Drill Beam guy. But, Emre, the EU player, world champ, he played this deck at a regional, and he played 3 Drill Beam. And the more I was thinking about it, the more I liked it. Because, I mean, my biggest thing is I hate losing to Droll. So, you lose to Droll less with 3 of these. This card is good going first and second. If you go first, you can just set it. Sometimes you don't actually get to search it. These cards are always getting interacted with. People try to prevent you from getting to Drill Beam. So these cards are always getting interacted with, and that's fine. If you've already opened Drill Beam, you don't care. They're just hand looping themselves for 1. So that's one reason that it's really good, but another reason is it makes these less of a brick. If you open Blue Eyes with a Drill Beam, then this becomes live, and this card is not as bad to draw. And then of course going second, you can just in draw phase start breaking the board. Like if you open Blue Eyes plus Drill Beam, you can just draw phase Drill Beam, reveal Blue Eyes. You don't really care if your opponent knows you have Blue Eyes in hand. Same with the barrel. This is really, I'm probably never going to play this deck without 3 Drill Beam. I played against Kashtira Mimighoul in the regional, and my opponent had the field spell up that says you can't normal summon monsters. I opened these plus Sage, and I just in draw phase activated Drill Beam, banished the field spell. I can normal summon monsters again, normal barrel, and then just comboed and won the game from there. If I don't play 3 Drill Beam, I probably do not win that game because I can't break that board. So, play 3 Drill Beam, guys. I'm telling you. Shout out Emre. And that is it for the engine piece of the deck. You got your Primites, you got your Blue Eyes. Now it's time for the non-engine. Everyone's favorite part. 3 Fua. I mean, of course you're gonna play this card. 3 Ash. 3 Imperm. 3 Veiler. 2 Ghost Ogre. And 2 Nib. Now, I'm sure you guys are like looking at this like, why 2 Nib? Why 2 Ghost Ogre? And why no Purge? I don't own Purge. I was going to borrow it from a friend, but I just forgot to have him give me the cards. I could, I would be playing Purge. So what that would look like is I would take out, I would probably keep these. I would take out 2 Veiler because it's searchable. I would keep the 2 Nib. And I would add the 3 Purge. And I would just play 41. I played 6 rounds at the regional and I only bricked 1 game because I kept the deck so consistent. So I personally don't see the problem with going from 40 to 41. So if I had Purges, that's what I would do, is I would cut these 2 because the one is searchable. And you still have ways to get through to make sure your opponent's detonator doesn't resolve and stuff. Like you have these 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These will help a lot. This can sometimes end turns. And then, I mean, Nib is Nib. I mean, card's crazy. So, that is it for the main deck. And, let's move on to the extra deck. So, I am on 2 Spirit. 2 Spirit comes up a lot. I never miss a 3rd. I wouldn't change that. Then I'm on 2 Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. Same thing here. 2 comes up all the time, so I would never play 1. I personally never miss a 3rd. I know some Blue Eyes players are playing 3. I just don't want to. I'm playing 1 Ultimate Spirit. I would like to play a 2nd here, but it almost feels like it's win more. Like, you already go into the 1, and then you go into a grind game with your opponent, and like, while this would be nice, it almost feels like it's never necessary. 1 Light Storm, make this all the time, popping back row, or field spells. 1 Tyrant and 1 Neo Eyes. This card comes up all the time, and this card is insane. This card is almost the reason to play the deck. It is so good. You can just loop your traps. Like, I looped Imperm 2 turns in a row, or you can loop Majesty and just keep popping cards. This card's insane. I would consider playing 2 of this. I'm only on 1 Seals. I'm playing this deck pretty low to the ground. I'm almost never going over, like, trying to go into Nib and, like, really combo. Which is when I find that I'm needing the Seals more. So, I'm only playing 1. I definitely see the argument for 2, but for me personally, that's just not how I'm playing the deck. Then I'm playing 1 Lina, 1 Celine, and 1 Access Code. Now this is pretty unconventional. I've seen some people on it, but not a ton. The reason that I'm doing this is games 2 and 3, people are always going to side in Dimension Barrier. And that really hurts. Same with Dweller. Before the ban list. If they Dweller, or if they Dimension Barrier, call Synchro, and you play these cards, you can still break their board, and you can still sometimes OTK. I had it happen where I had comboed through dimensional barrier, and I had made access code, and then cards, I don't win that game. Bling 1 SP, 1 Typhon. I feel like these are pretty self-explanatory. These are just really good cards. And then 1 Rizal Detonator. I'm sure if you are like actively playing or keeping up with the meta, you know why I'm playing 1 Rizal Detonator. I do have 3 Metaltronus in the side deck, so that is why. And speaking of the side deck, 3 Thrust. This card is so good. I don't understand why more people aren't playing this card. This card wins so many games going first or second. For targets, Duster, Dimensional Barrier, and Talents. Going first or second, I'm almost always putting all 3 of these in. Going first, I can put both of these in. Going second, these 2. So, it's pretty matchup dependent, but almost all the time I'm siding these 5, at least. Then, the 3 Metaltronus. If you can Metaltronus Detonator, and you have your own detonator, you almost just automatically win the game. I had it once where I Metaltronused my opponent's detonator, and they just scooped immediately. I don't know if they only played 1 or what, but moving forward from now with the new ban list, this becomes even better because they go Metaltronus. They only have 1 detonator, so if you banish their detonator, they're in trouble. Then for Malice, 1 Sanctum that you can thrust for, 3 Lancia, and 2 Meows. Honestly, this deck has a worse matchup into Malice than it does into Rizal. So, I'm citing these 5 for Malice, going second, going first. Or sorry, this is going first. These are going second. Take these out. When I'm going first, these 3 are of course always going in, so yeah, that is the deck profile, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was at least somewhat relaxing for you guys. I hope my yapping doesn't, isn't too annoying. But honestly, that's kind of why I make these videos. It's just an excuse to just talk. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you're going to sleep, I hope you sleep well. If you're not, I hope you're a little